做破标进来，一定走。
这叫那就玩家的有人办，
贵的够牛啦。
那本来打不叫那个，
哎，我见。
我没有别的嘛。
Yes, very, very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gulu City. We are at Custom Corner. That is the session of the Black Spot. The home of the Black Spot is located Gulu Center. Gulu City at Custom Corner. This is a pre-double elimination tournament between the host himself, the director, the host, that is none other than Bicer. He is taking on Odong Samson in a race to 5. The pot is stake here. That means the stake is 25,000 Ghana shillings each. They are racing to 5, and it is 1-0 in favor of the director, that is Roy Bicer, the director of Black Spot Pool Arena. Expect more actions at 5 p.m. because we shall be having a 24-man squad double elimination tournament. That of the most perfect few balls executed by Bicer Roy as he looks to step up his lead by putting that black. It will be 2-0 in a race 2. 5 and we are racing 5, ladies and gentlemen. It is Unitung Media in the heart of Gulu City. Current location and the current workplace, or the current, we are at Black Spot Pool Arena. They are racing 2, 5, 50k. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the stream. It is 2-0 in favor. The guest, the director, the owner, the venue owner, that is Bicer. He leads. He leads 2-0 in a race to 5. The stake is just 50k. This is just the curtain raiser between one of the finest shooters in the names of Samson Odong, who was groomed by Chandika Caesar. He is one of the most important opportunities to at least reduce the gap to 1 frame, but it is up against the red, and should you put it naturally, the white ball will move that way, and it is 3. Should the black ball go in, but a player of his caliber will not hesitate to pot. It is 3-0. They are racing to 5. Roy 3, Samson 0. They are racing to 5. And ladies and gentlemen, remember at exactly 5 p.m. this double elimination will queue off immediately. 5 p.m. clocks. We expect a lot of good shooters within the city of Gulu, and one of the finest shooters from Kitgum is already available in the arena. Those who can have a clear sight of him is right seated where Samson is holding a key case. That is none other than Ogendrot Samuel, who in his last 3 competitions has been 3 times in a row. So he has come along with me to try his luck in the city among the city finest shooters. They are racing to 5. To those who are still keeping in touch with the Timbo EXO tournament in Kenya, those who are not in the know or those who are not aware, kindly be informed that our greatest shooters north, we are only left with Moses Semara, and Kenneth Odong was currently eliminated into the tournament. Caesar Chandiga eliminated out of the tournament. Some big name stars within the pool fraternity were also eliminated. Notably, we have Sejemba Ibrahim, that is Kira. We have Simon Ruburwa, that is computer, who was eliminated by our own Moses Omara. We also have names like Sengonga Lawrence, was eliminated in the early hours of this Saturday. And the list still goes on. What matters most are the remaining Ugandan players in Kenya, in Eldoret, at Timbo's XO. So far, those still in attention, we have our youngest player and flag bearer from Uganda, that is none other than Hassan Mukisa. Mukisa. Apologies for that misnaming. He is called Abat Mukisa, who had a tremendous comeback against one of the players in Kenya by winning the frame 9-5 in a race to 9 in less than 90 minutes. Still in contention, we have our very own player from Northern Uganda, that was a Somara. And currently, according to the updates, those are the people I'm still certain of who may progress to the next round. Remember, this Timbo EXO tournament attracted a maximum of 172 players, but the real target was 192 players. But out of the 172, for you to get into the money line, you only needed to beat only 3 people in the tournament. So that make it to the money line. Hadi Kenneth Odong, our very own, who won his previous 2 matches. Had he won the third, he would come back home with at least 280,000 Ugandan shillings. The biggest opportunity still lies in terms of Northern Uganda ranking in the hands of Moses Somara, who needs to only win his next game, which is about to happen at 5 p.m. this evening. Should he win it, he will be having 280k Uganda shillings. One of the big name surprises is none other than Albert Mukisa, who will be looking forward to progressing next round so he gets money. Other information reaching me yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, is that Herbert Mukisa, having first game, which was watched globally or on the most trending live streaming platform, that is Break and Finish Live and Peter Chobe Live. I was told that to manage to garner as much as 650,000 Ghana shillings just in his first game in Eldoret in Kenya. Back to us in Gulu City here at Custom Corner. We are at Black Spot Bar. We are having a curtain raising game between Bicer Roy, who happens to be the director of Black Spot Bar, and he also doubles as the POW or the Pool Association of Uganda originator of Acholi West. Acholi West, ladies and gentlemen, covers the districts of Gulu, Omoro, and West. He is the POW coordinator. He is taking on Samson Odong, who has been in the hands of Chandigarh for a period of at least 12 months, but he is poorly performing against the director here at Black Spot Bar. Remember, our intention of reaching this place is to get you all the live coverages happening this weekend, that is Saturday, Sunday, for the double elimination tournament, which will attract a maximum of 24 players, ladies inclusive. They will have to vie against the men. A huge round goes to one and the only lady who recently participated in the last weekend's double elimination, which happened in this same venue. That is tomorrow. She was eliminated in the first round, and then she dropped to the losers bracket. After the losers bracket, she again lost. But the good thing about the management of this arena, they had to recognize her potential, her braveness to come and participate among men in Blue City without any accompaniment from the region or the district where she comes from. And so in that her stake, her transport was returned, and she was able to go back to Kitgum as a happy girl. She's not yet a lady, she's a girl who is just in her early 20s. That she has shown a lot of character, braveness, and competition by registering to participate at the recently concluded the first edition of the double elimination tournament that here at Black Spot. Currently on board we are having Samson and Bicer Roy. They are racing to 5 for a stake of 50k. I mean, it is 100k race to 5, and the winner will walk home 50k richer. It is still 3-0 in favor of Roy. Yes, the intention of that shot was to tap that yellow ball on your left bottom pocket, but he was not successful. Maybe he will try to have other options for the better placement of the black ball, should they manage to get this shot on it. Target fails, but he feels safe because one of Samson's yellow balls is being blocked by a red ball, which is just at the top corner pocket. For peace to prevail, Samson will... Oh, that is not peace, that's violence. It is 2 huge shots to Roy, who could be claiming the 4th victory this afternoon in just less than an hour. Perfect shot, clears up a pot that he needs to use for both black and the red is about to queue off. Up the other ways and displaces the black ball. Oh, that is perfect. All he needs now is to concentrate on the target and make sure he sends the gap to 4. Mava is still in favor of Roy. They are racing to 5 against Samson Odong. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is frame number. It is going all one way in favor of Bicer Roy, who takes a very comfortable lead against his counterpart, that is Samson Odong. Samson Odong had a very dry break, and according to the convention protocol, it is Bicer Roy playing the yellows and Samson to take on the mantle to clear up the red balls. Very sure that was not intention, but he wanted to just block the passage to those 3 yellow balls which are aligned at that top bottom, at that bottom left corner pocket. So Roy will have to just roll that ball and perhaps attain a perfect table, but otherwise wants to go for the center pocket. After that cross-examination, should the examination yield no fruits, then you have to just roll that yellow ball, which is against the cushion at the bottom left, and the resultant effect, if he was on target, would be an obvious white for those 2 yellow corresponding balls, but ends up being off, and the off was intentional. He intended to do that. Huge task to Samson to try and redeem himself. Should he fail to, be too late for him to perform. Ladies and gentlemen, viewers online, don't forget the next match shall be between Bicer Roy and Samuel Ogenrod from Kitugum. That is the only player I traveled with to come and participate in the men's category. Then in the ladies category, we have the secretary for the ladies Kitugum Pool Association, that is none other than Tracy Scovia Auma. She will also be participating among the men, but she is currently taking it at home, but she'll be available should 5 p.m. clock. Samson's intentions are becoming more clearer. That is to pack all the yellow balls the top left corner pocket, where has already conquered where he has already got in the top left pocket with his red balls, and so Bicer will have to perform magic to make sure he gets over the moon. Yes, David and Mukasa. So following up, Mukasa, if the sound is not clear, check your volume button and at least try to increase the volume wherever you can. What I'm very sure of, I've not muted anything. The sound is there, and as you can testify if the sound is not there, because this feedback is as very useful as your comment. Quick shooting from Roy. He successfully got out of the fire, but let's see how he reacts after falling into the fire. Yeah, the intention was to get his yellow ball into that top left pocket by using that red ball packed at the pocket, but he was not successful, as in my opinion was a hard shot. Those who ain't getting the comment very clearly, kindly let me know. I could be wrong, but it is. It is a foul shot from Bicer Roy, director Black Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the same qualifying venue for our former Seed 1 Uganda, that's none other than Caesar Chandi. Qualified from this same venue before being crowned the Seed 1 of Uganda just a year ago, and I'm very happy this venue where my senior mentor in the field of live commentary and pool, that is Simon Peter Chobe, was also available at the same spot, and it is my maiden debut to do commentary and cover up games at a venue where our former regional wise to make it to Logogo and successfully his first major honor in terms of achievement in a league organized by the Pool Association of Uganda. Is Samson on the verge of putting his first black? We are all eyes. He put some targets, the cue ball will just move naturally like that, and he will have to put that red ball with a stunning drop back shot so that he gets perfect white for the black ball. Successfully done, and it is well achieved. That is Samson you leads. He gets one, pulls one back, and Bicer Roy is forced to at least insert an extra coin and playing is on the kindly comment about the sound, because one of the comments coming from the viewers is that the sound was not there. Not even the sound being clear, but the sound was not there. That comment simply means I've muted the audio or the sound, but as far as where I'm concerned, the music has been lowered to the lowest and the game is on. For those just joining us for the view or for the stream, this is a curtain raising game between Bicer Roy and Odong Samson. They are racing to 5. It is not the normal tournament. The tournament shall cue off at exactly 5 p.m. But to avoid the idle or idleness between or among the viewers or the expectant viewers, we have decided to hold this possible money matches with the short races. Up next, we shall be having Kitgum's Only Hope, that is Ogan Road, taking on Bicer, the director of who is currently leading 1-0. 4-1 in the race to 5. Roy needs 1 and Samson for the race into 5. So, kindly comment about the quality of the video and the quality of the sound. Current location in Gulu City, Black Spot and at Custom Corner, just 2 kilometers or 3 away from the city center. We are located along Gulu Pakwach Road, just opposite Don Petrol Station. Those who are very familiar with Lacho Hospital, as you leave the city center and you head to Lacho Hospital, you don't take the right turn, but instead the left turn and continue as if you are heading to West Nile. It is in the search of only 1 win against Samson, who needs 4. So, among two players, between the 2 players, 1 needs each other's scores to make it to the money line or claim the full. But everything looks set and in pole position for Roy. Claim victory. With just 1 yellow ball away. The rest look very, very well placed, and he will just roll that yellow ball. That's one of the luckiest shots, and he apologizes for that because it was not in any of his plans, and he's facing of the shots that could determine his fate. Perhaps determine whether the gap would reduce to 2, or perhaps increase by him finishing should he roll that yellow ball to the right corner pocket. First things first, one of the obvious shots will be I think what was meant to be the first is going to be the second now, is by Samson potting his red, placing the year. And he could perhaps have the games in his hand should he max concentration, get and precision. That was a perfect shot from Samson, though at one point I thought he had gambled, but his opinions are not mine. Mine are just opinions which are subject for approval. Just a red ball away from facing the black to make it 4-2. Samson up against the red. Eventually you could do facing the black. They concentrate on the target. Perfect. It is as he wishes to be in terms of table management. Yeah, it is 4-2. against Bicer. They are racing. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, what could be seeming maybe an obvious walkover for Bicer has turned out to be being reduced from 4 names to only 2 frames, and it is Samson up against the Reds and Roy playing the Willows. Perfect cue action from the does he want to get that yellow ball that on your top left corner pocket by banking it. Succeeds properly and gets the flower gloves from his opponent, that is Samson. But the biggest concern now will have to be that black ball, which looks in pole position, but it's all about cable unit, and that's what is in his mind. All these yellow balls are portable, but supporting the 2 yellows, what next? Does he want to open up? Yeah, that is what we call too much intention for the key minus target. Now the gates of heaven have been closed for Bicer, and you have to think more than twice to make sure he overcomes such denial from Samson. So, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest question still lies at the position of that black ball, especially once it comes to Roy's turn to play his yellows. Pang and two shots to Samson. First things first, displace the opponent from the pocket and pack it at the top cushion, and later on do whatever you can, as long as whatever you're doing ends up yielding fruits. We have an attempt on that middle ball between the red and the black to snook. Perfect, he does so. That's one shot, ladies and gentlemen. Now, one mistake Samson will try as much as possible to avoid is to open up that pocket where the blackboard could go in, but from my side, the blackboard could go in should that the red behind the blackboard get off positioned. He tries to snooker, but the snooker is not successful, and so it is Roy. Then the yellow successfully in removing his black ball from the danger zone, but his removal of the yellow, the black ball be yielding zero effort as Samson looks well set to take the third lead in this seventh frame. Just have to connect that red ball so that to attain its perfect execution. Biggest challenge will be on that black ball. Will the cue ball maintain its position where it is after putting this red? Perfect from Samson. All he needs now is target and focus.